Covered in little... His eyes aren't even open. Don't mind if I did. Big Ounce did build this awning. We like to give him all of this meat.
This fella's starting to get annoying.
Drinking water on his own. Look how angry he is. This one actually does try to eat me. Urban Rescue Ranch Aquatic Division. Good morning, everybody. In the last video, I showed you guys these baby foxes that came into the wildlife rescue, and now we're washing the fleas off them because these guys were absolutely infested. Look at this nasty little boy. We have this Fox Valley fox replacer. They already are drinking out of this, and right now Sky is combing the rest of the fleas and the flea eggs off these guys. Even though we washed them last night, these guys are still covered in them. It's actually foul. These are all eggs, you guys. Look at that. All right, everybody. This is a baby bat that came in. This precious little thing, you guys, his eyes aren't even open. We're gonna take him to Austin Bat Rescue tomorrow, first thing. But this is the smallest bat I have ever seen. Day 800 of having this cringe creature, but he's doing very well. All right, everybody. Day 3 of having these cringe baby foxes in my kitchen. And they are drinking their milk replacer, but they're not annihilating it like I thought they would. Oh, he's such a fierce predator. Look how angry he is. At this age, these guys need a lot of love from the caregivers. And even if they imprint a little bit, it's okay because they have each other. And not even a year ago, we had a bunch that were super imprinted on humans, but I was still able to desocialize them enough to where they all went back to the wild just fine. And they were the same exact species. So I'm not too worried about these guys getting imprinted, but I do want to make sure they get the best care possible. All right, everybody, this is the other one. Equally precious, but not as feisty. But look at how precious this little fella is with her little milk mustache. They're just little puppies. At the age now where they can start to lap up milk, and I could probably mix a little bit of cat food in there with it. And per usual, I'm covering this up so they don't imprint any more than they need to. And this armadillo is now drinking water on his own completely. The little rock method worked really well. If you look closely, there's tons of mealworms in here that he can dig around and catch. And yes, they are, in fact, all alive. But he gets to drink water in here and eat all the mealworms he wants. And tomorrow, I'm probably going to bring him to All Things Wild. Sadly, I do still need to syringe feed this little goober. At this point, bro is just used to it. Time for my daily sustenance intake, he says. He's also a lot more friendly than he used to be. Look at this. And I found that the best thing you can do is to hold his hands down because he doesn't want to be tube fed. No animal does. Just making sure that tummy is getting full of nice, good milk replacer. Yeah, that's what I would have did. I said earlier, right? That's the technique. And if you don't like this video, This has been a lot of work. And although I've adored taking care of this little creature, I'm sure it would be better for him in the long run to go be with the other two.
All right, everybody. This fella's starting to get annoying.
Look how nice and green this pool is. But I have the vultures in here, so I take the rest of this food out for them. Now I can just leave the food on the ground for them. They sure have destroyed this little space. Although this is pretty nasty, this little guy can walk on his own now. This one actually does try to eat me. But they have this lovely little hide that they can go into. Kevin just chased me back to the house after I left the little vulture room. Look how angry he is. This is what happens when I put my finger in his mouth. He's all bark and no bite. Won't even bite me. I've been letting Kevin have free range of the whole property. Every time he sees me come out on the porch, he just does this. Just got a text about this cringe baby. I think that's a great horned owl. This woman took him from some construction site where they were doing either cutting a bunch of trees down or something. Regardless, she didn't sound all there on the phone, and she said, "I love you" at the end of the call. She also said that she was so scared of the owl that she cried for 3 hours yesterday. And I really hope she was joking, but I'm driving out there now because she's too scared to transport it. All right, everybody, just picked up this baby great horned owl from this little area here outside of Waco. Beautiful little creature. We're gonna go ahead and get him back. And I just got another call or text about another great horned owl from the storm we got last night. And they can't get it back into the nest because the nest is gone. So I'm going to pick up this cringe creature now. I just ate some ice cream, but look at this little fella. He's a little spicy meatball. I'm gonna put him right here in this enclosure. Here he'll have plenty of alone time. But I'm gonna get him some food and some electrolytes immediately. There you go, buddy. Come on, eat that up. Nothing like recycling the poor little creatures that didn't make it. Ooh, that looks like a full crop to me. Let's feel. Yeah, that's a full crop, all right. So this little guy should be just fine. He doesn't look like he's dehydrated at all. Here you go, buddy. Okay, I'll stop talking to this fella so he doesn't imprint on me. But I'm also gonna use this sheet to go ahead and cover this because they do like to projectile poop in different directions. But this sheet will keep the little goober from imprinting on me. It'll still let a little bit of light in here for him. At least now I won't have to clean off all the poop from this window. These little bung bows are definitely about ready to be released now. They are definitely old enough to go back to the wild. But all right, everybody, another person just dropped off this other great horned owl, which is actually much smaller. I thought they would be closer to the same size. This little guy is almost already fledged, but this little guy is definitely gonna need some more TLC. Oh yeah, this little fella is a lot more helpless than the other one. Hey, he is finally eating now after I've been force feeding him, but I have to open his mouth and put it in there. Oh, don't stand on your sibling. Look at this. He's bitten me 3 times now, and none of those times has it hurt. This little guy be like, get out, get the cat, and do. Look at this, guys. They put them on the ground to change out the milk, and they can barely even walk. Look how precious these fellas are sitting on their little mat. This one's legs are a little bit splayed still, so I might go ahead and tape those up. All right, good morning, everybody. Here are these precious little babies. They are still alive. This is day 5 of having them.
He's a nippy boy. If I put my finger in his mouth, he'll bite it. He'll go.
Look who's walking and running on his own now. These guys are finally at the age where they're walking around on their own. His legs have healed up and they're eating together. And now I can just leave food on the ground in here and they won't fight over it.
But look how precious these fellas are now.
Good morning, beautiful critter. Ooh, don't mind if I do. What a beautiful animal this is. And I'm also glad and thankful that I get to sustain him with the animals that didn't make it from this year. All the volunteers asked me, Uncle Ben, why do you have so many dead things in your freezer next to all this ice cream? And I always says to him, I says, the day will come when we need to feed those dead things to all of our creatures. And right now is right whenever all the raptors start flooding in. Also, someone brought us this pigeon and I've just been using it to teach these guys how to eat. It's actually been working super well. Their crops are full. Beautiful. And he can eat a whole baby rabbit. All right, everybody, this is where we have the possums. We're having a rainy day today and a lot of them are hanging out under cover. There's a lot of different places for them to get out of the rain, like up here. Oh my goodness, this is Poppy Kingdom. These guys don't mind the rain when it's warm. You can see this guy's just climbing for fun. Precious little creatures. Sadly, some of them are still friendly. And this little guy is the only one that'll actually come up to me to get food, which is not okay. But it is precious. And these little guys just came from All Things Wild. Probably getting loved on a little too much. But that's okay, because they're going to be out here with just a ton of other possums. And I'd say after a week or 2 of them being out here, they're going to be able to go back to the wild just fine. And if one of them's a little too friendly and has to stick around the farm, it's not the end of the world. Most of these little guys in here want nothing to do with me. But we like to give them all of this meat mixed with a little bit of fruit and veggies. Oh, look at this little guy. And for enrichment, we give them these chicken necks. These also have lots of calcium in them. We'll also give them cat food and chicken hearts. No matter where I throw this stuff, it's not going to be here tomorrow, especially in there. All I do is just meal prep for myself and the animals now, you guys, but I went ahead and put some Pedialyte in here with these. All right, everybody, I'm going to feed this guy one more time and then he's going off to the next rehab. This is the last feeding. You want to go real nice and slow at about 1 cc per 30 seconds. Now this little fella has a full tummy and just look how strange this creature is. And this little guy has officially graduated to not needing an incubator and he loves to yap. And you can see he's not super attached to me because he'll eat facing away from me. Even though I do feed him, he doesn't treat me like his mom. I basically feed both these guys the same exact thing. This little great horned owl just made us an owl pellet. Look at that. See if I can grab that without him attacking me. Let's see. Cool, and we can pop that open and see what kind of stuff he's been eating. But look at that, you guys. One of the local elementary schools has been asking me for these owl pellets and the game warden said I could give it to them. Obviously, I do have to take him out and interact with him to clean the enclosure every day. I'm gonna go ahead and put this boy right back in here. He's still too young to really hurt me with those talons at this age. Look at this beautiful animal. Oh no. Look at this, you guys. All of these are little living organisms. What is that? All right, everybody, we're exploring the floods from Waco. Oh, a little gizzard shad. Don't mind if I do. We're rescuing this. We're Urban Rescue Ranch Aquatic Division. Yeah, there's a bunch of fish that are still stuck in here. They are covered in little mites and little fleas and things. Go ahead, bite me, goober. This little guy will never be friendly. But they do have nice full tummies, but they're covered with these little fleas and mites. All right, everybody, we're washing both these little fellas off and they are pooping and these poops are healthy, as you can see, but they are still just covered in parasites.
Look at these precious little beans.
All right, buddy, calm down. This guy's real angry. I just gave them some fresh milk and some fresh bedding, and it's nice and warm in here. And this little guy can't stop getting in here. Just kick him, kick him. What are these little tiny creatures? These things are all over here. My quarantine pen got overrun with pumpkins. So now this is my pumpkin farm. It looks like these were just larva ticks. So now these little fellas shells are no longer infested with nasty ticks. And now they're drinking from their little bowl. And this little guy is much more sweet than this cringe boy that just screams. All right, everybody. And our possum enclosures are doing really well. I just gave him a bunch of chicken hearts. And we still have all of these ones in here. We got a lot of baby possums this year. Somebody just dropped these cringe bunnies off.
But look at how precious they are.
Oh, it's me from the future now. Because I know you guys are going to say, Uncle Ben, what happened to Boo Boo? And yes, Big Ounce did build this awning over here. So now we have some shade in the barn. And I finally do have a pumpkin farm. But Kevin's still evil and he made a new nest over there. His son is even more evil and he has another nest over there now. And that little bird that I showed you guys earlier is following me around everywhere. Look at this little fella. Look at him coming over to us. Oh my gosh, what the heck? No! I can't believe that just happened. Patrick is huge now and has tons of grass to eat in here. These cappies are still destroying the pond. With all the rain we've been getting, it's stayed nice and cool here. I love you guys, I appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching these videos and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, almost forgot to tell you.